I'm out here tonight. Second time I've used this 12-inch Meade telescope I got from Highpoint Scientific. And I'm going to get right to the chase. I got everything hooked up. The camera that I'm using is a Sony A7s, the old school one, not the 2 or 3. And I had this set in and got a full spectrum mod done. I took all the filters off, and I want to show you guys what this thing looks like on the scope. And I'm going to compare it to my A7S II, which is 4K, and it doesn't have full spectrum or anything. But this scope's pretty nice. I'll talk more about it in some upcoming videos. Got the super heavy duty tripod on it, or field tripod, whatever you want to call it. I run a power bank that you buy on Amazon or something like that. Well, it works quite well. And I'm going to switch over to the camera mode and quit filming with the action cam, just to show you what we're looking at. That's Orion there. So right there is the Orion Nebula, the Great Horsehead Nebula, and that is in full spectrum. No wavelength of light being blocked, and this is full video mode at 256,000 ISO though. But took some incredible pictures just now with it, and I might put them up if they did come out on a computer. But the only thing I'm concerned about is full spectrum. If I go into auto modes, man, this thing is pink in video mode. So I don't know if I can get it clear or not. I know if I turn my shutter speed way down, it's coming out better, and I'd have to say sharper than what I did the other night. That's the Horsehead Nebula, people. If I turn my ISO down, how about that? 160,000 ISO, quarter inch. But that's full video mode. Something goes shooting by, it'll be blurry. That's the only thing. I do got a focal reducer, so we might put that in before I even try to attempt to switch cameras and see if what that'll do, of course, is see that one, a satellite right there. But I got the shutter speed turned down so much. We're going to go to 1/8 inch, or 1/8 of a second at 204,000. It's still pretty good. If I go in any other modes, I'm in PP2 on the camera, and S-Log 2. Shows some pretty awesome detail. Different colors, more so than with a regular camera that's not converted to full spectrum. What I'm going to try to do, Jupiter's way up there. Let's go to Saturn. Well, I apologize about that. We're going to have to go to Jupiter. Saturn isn't up yet.
Jupiter is the fifth.
Pretty close. That's Jupiter. Again. I don't know what that flash was, but that was pretty cool. I'm going to have to take my ISO on that down. And then we're going to digitally zoom in. Kind of curious as to what it'll look like. Whoa. Man, this pulls in a lot. I'm up to 8,6,400. All right, I'm going to have to focus it more. I had to get out of PP2 and go into auto because it only let me go down on ISO to 3200 in there, and which was weird, but now it's bright red. I might have to send this camera back in and get out of the full spectrum and just go at IR, I think. But learning lesson. But I'll provide the link to the place that's doing all this for the camera. I want to look at some more stuff. I don't want to hit the moon yet. It's straight up, so I got to wait a while on that. But the Jupiter, I'm hoping I got it focused. Yeah, I do, I think. But that thing's bright red. Now, if I were to go into the PP2 mode, I don't know if I can do that. Yeah, I did. Might be able to darken up on a computer. But let's try to focus while I got the camera rolling. That's definitely blurry. Looks pretty good there. But it is full spectrum, if anybody's interested in that. What I'm going to probably do is switch back to Orion and then put the 4K camera on and then a focal reducer. And might end up using some lenses or some eyepieces tonight. So let's head back to the Horsehead. Yeah, before I bring the other camera, I went back, slewed back to the Orion. Just to give you an idea, and then we're going to start up hopefully with the other camera on the Orion Nebula. I'm going to switch to a 4K regular Sony A7s II. Alright, there's the Sony A7s II, and I am in clear mode. It's about as good as I'm going to get. 8-second shutter speed, 256,000 ISO. You don't see the big colors in there. Wish I could get a little bit of a filter in the other one because I really like that. Later on, we'll try the moon once it sets a little bit. But I am going to go point this at Jupiter now. Alright, there's Jupiter through the A7s II, vivid mode. I'm going to try to take a picture like this. I'm going to end up putting some eyepieces in, I think, tonight. Try that out. And when the moon drops a little, we're going to put the focal reducer in. We'll let the moon set a little bit and then try it again. Right here is the moon with the 4K A7s II in prime mode. And I am running my focal reducer on it, otherwise it would probably fill the entire screen up. And I only got ISO at 125 and 252nd shutter speed. Zoom in a little bit here. I might throw in, take the reducer out now. Not sure yet. I, believe it or not, that yard light is almost a mile away with this 12-inch telescope. And I had the focal reducer in, so it'd be even closer if I didn't. That's pretty neat. Wildlife viewing, if you had it set up, you'd really be able to view some wicked things. All right, we're going to slew to the Orion Nebula. All right, that's with a focal reducer in on the Orion Nebula. I was able to turn my ISO down. Looks quite a bit better, I think, at least in the camera. All right, I'm going to attempt to take the focal reducer out and put an eyepiece in, and we're going to look at Jupiter. So I'm going to have to shut it off and then go with it. By the way, that's how you know if your telescope is collimated. It's pretty close to center. I'm way out of focus right now, and it's bright. So what we're going to do is, hopefully I can focus in. I don't know what way I got to go. That's Jupiter. I don't know what all that is. I don't know if it's because it's so bright. Well, that's the moons. Turn my ISO down. Try to get a better focus. All right, that's with a 23 millimeter eyepiece in. And I can turn my shutter speed up, make this darker, and we'll hopefully be able to see some features of Jupiter. I have to turn my ISO down yet. So right there is Jupiter with no focal reducer in it, a 23 millimeter eyepiece. We'll try to probably go up higher power. I'm pretty sure I'm focused good enough. Let's try getting in a little bit closer, okay? All right, I forgot I don't have any other eyepieces other than the 25s. I got to get more. So I was able to pull it away from there a little to get zoomed in a little. And we will, of course, digitally zoom in on it. That's pretty awesome. So much as move. I'm on cement. Watch this. I walk. Yeah, I don't think I want to focus that any better. I'm pretty sure that's good. I could definitely try, but I'll probably mess it up. Yeah, see? That pulled it out. That's pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is switch modes. There's vivid mode. We're going to zoom in on that a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Let's turn the ISO up. You can see the moons.